Hey everybody, how you doing? This is a very excited Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios here today because I got something fun to show you. At long last, and you guys have heard me talking about this over the last quite a while. I've got multiplayer working. Well, myself and Evan, my guy in Toronto, Canada, big shout out to my friend who's been working on this with me. We have finally got multiplayer all synced up, and gladiators can now see what the other guy is doing. The moves are all synced. The damage numbers are synced. It's proper, full-on working Sword and Sandals multiplayer at long last. And I'm going to be rolling this out for you guys, hopefully by the end of the week. There's one small thing I've still got to sort out, and you'll see that at the end of the video, with just to do with syncing up the yielding, sort of the slay and kill panel. But everything else is working very functionally, and it's got to tell you, it's fun. So join me now, and I'm going to play through. I've got 2 instances of the game all set up, and we're going to play side by side a battle between good me and bad me. Well, 2 random gladiators will be fighting it out, and we'll take you through the whole multiplayer process. So let's jump in now and have a look. So you have to excuse the sort of squishy ratio here where we have both screens squished up together. It took me a little while to figure out how to get this working in the screen recording software, but look, you can now see both instances of the game up and running. So what we're going to do is, on this screen, we're going to go Start. We're going to go Load Multiplayer, which is now available. You can see here the characters that are grayed out. Those are the single player characters that you're not allowed to use in multiplayer. When you play multiplayer, it's a separate experience, and you level up differently to single player. So these are the 2 characters that have been testing with Rasabor and Chain Forlorn. You can, of course, create your own new multiplayer gladiator with that button. And that will then appear when you do select multiplayer gladiators. If, for example, you wanted to go load campaign, those characters are now grayed out, as you can see. But what we're going to do is we're going to go load multiplayer. We're going to load Rasabor, the level 7 Kragite wizard, on this screen. And he's going to enter the lobby. Okay. And then we are going to load... where is it? Okay, hang on. It's where it gets tricky. I got to load the other one. Okay, going to load Chain Forlorn on this screen. Okay, so what we see here is our available realms in the multiplayer rooms and so on. Available realms, visit shops, level up, leaderboards, exit. Level up is purple for Chain Forlorn because he's actually ready to level up after his battles. For Rasabor, that is grayed out. But you got all these arenas you can fight in. Each one is basically the different ones from all the maps. And you can see at the moment, there's no one online in any of those rooms. Because both Chain Forlorn and Rasabor are kind of floating around in the not even the lobby and the entrance, you can't see how many gladiators are there at the moment. We may be able to get that stat at some point as well, but I'm not sure yet. So let's go to the Akash Steps, which is the very first arena on the list. Okay, see this character here, Braden the Bot. There are always going to be bots for you to fight, and that's just random generated gladiators of the same level of you. So you can always, if there's no one to fight in online, you can fight a bot, because otherwise you'll run into that problem where, hey, there's no one to fight, so I can't level up my gladiator, or everyone else is way too high level and I just can't fight them, that kind of thing. So I feel like a bot solution is sort of not a bad way of doing things. If for some reason the game has 10,000 players online at all times, that's not going to be a drama anyway. So now we're going to go back to the other one, and Rasabor is also going to enter the Akash Steps. Now we can see him on both screens, and I can say, greetings, Chain Forlorn. Oops. Hello there. Whenever I press multiplayer capture, there we go. When I type in things, it often affects my stuff. All right. Yeah, this is a highly professional recording we're doing today, as usual. Okay, so Rasabor. you can challenge them with this little arrow there, and you can see there, Rasselboard said, "Greetings, Chain Forlorn." You can type back there. If this gets abused, if there's a lot of kind of like hate speech and a lot of people complaining about it, I'm going to turn it off. That's all I'm going to do. There's going to be no mucking around. I'm keeping in there very early just because I want to trust you guys. But if there's too much nonsense, then unfortunately that's going to be switched off. All right. So don't abuse it. Just use it to be friendly with each other and challenge each other and talk battle stuff and everything. It's not sophisticated like Discord or anything like that. There's no official moderation or anything. But if I have people sending me screen captures of nastiness, then it's just going to be lost for everyone. But for now, let's keep it in there if we can. All right. So Chain Forlorn, that's you in blue, and Rasselbohr is the one there. So I'm going to challenge Rasselbohr to a battle. Waiting for him to accept the challenge. You can now see that on the other screen, you've been challenged by Chain Forlorn. You can cancel that challenge if you want, and then cancels for both of them, or try it again. And on the other screen, we'll go, "Let us fight." So now both gladiators move to the screen, and you're both sort of you can see Chain Forlorn you or Rasselbohr you. Your enemy's in the red there. And watch this. When I click ready on this screen, on the other screen, a little green light will light up. So now you can see the green light has lit up, meaning that Rasselbohr is ready for battle. And now if Chain Forlorn over here clicks ready too, then we'll also be ready to fight. Okay, here we go. So the die roll thing doesn't happen in multiplayer because it's just an extra level of waiting and so on. The computer will determine who starts first based on some factors. Okay, so it is Rasselbohr's turn, and he's got all these options here. Let's walk forward because one small step for a Cragite, one giant leap for swords and sandals. There we go. So as you can see, there's a tiny delay there, but it doesn't matter because it's turn-based. You know what I mean? People asking me about lag and so on. That's not going to be an issue in this game because the lag might, even if it's a second, that does not affect you. It won't affect you. As you can see here, I've mentioned in the past, I sort of like a countdown timer. That will be in the final version where you only have 5 seconds or 7 seconds to make your move. Before it sort of goes, right, you're resting, next person's turn. That's to stop you sort of doing this. Walking away and getting a cup of tea or something. And then coming back to the battle. 10 minutes later, no, that's not going to happen. So we're going to say, you got 7 seconds or you're resting. If, for example, though, I'm not going to do it, but if I close the window, close the game or something, then your enemy will automatically win the battle. And they will get XP and so on, and you will get a loss chalked up to your name. So don't do that. Okay, now it's Chain Forlorn's turn. They might try a lunge attack. Let's see what happens. Okay, blocked by Rasselbohr. You can see that was blocked. Now it's Rasselbohr's turn. You can see here, for some reason on Rasselbohr's thing only, you can do that select your move. You can see there. Actually, it probably came on the other one. I didn't notice it. Nothing happens at the moment. But when in the real game, the buttons will disappear. Okay, let's try a medium attack. Parried. Hey. Okay, then you try a quick attack. Cool. 18 damage to the breastplate. Great. So you can see it's all synced up. All the stats are working. Let's try Unholy Smite. 11. And Chain Forlorn, jump backwards. So you can see it all. It's great. This is full-on Swords and Sandals multiplayer, all working. Bam, yield. Okay, here's where it is what I've still got to do. You can see on both screens, you can see will you slay or your enemy. Obviously, that doesn't... Chain Forlorn should not be given the option to slay because he lost the battle. That's something we've just got to work out is do we automatically just go slay or not? Because otherwise, I have to have another countdown timer for you to do it. which I probably will happen, 5 seconds or auto decide, just so you're not waiting around. And I'll probably add that in today. But let's go right now. It's Rasabor's turn. Oh, which screen was Rasabor on? I can't remember now. Let's try this one. Oh, I can't remember. Okay, victory. So he sees the victory screen. Let's try this as well. Okay, yeah. Anyway, you see defeat and victory. So obviously the defeated character does not get the option to choose whether they're slain or not. But, that all works pretty well. Then you go done and done. We both return to the main lobby. And, of course, what I'll do now is I'm going to switch to a single player screen, or a single screen, and I'll show you a little bit more about everything in full screen. Okay, we're back in full screen now, and I can give you a better look at the lobby in full screen. You can see all the different rooms there. If multiplayer is popular, I will sort of put more features into the stuff, and even maybe we can work out like in Sword and Sandals 3 we had like recommended gladiator levels for each room, so they won't be enforced, but it might be like Akash Steps is for level 1 to 3, 2 to 6, that kind of thing. We might even sync that up to the single player version where it's like, Willard's Sound was the first turn and everything. Chain Forlorn lost the battle, but you can visit shops as well in single player, and you go straight to the weaponsmith. Obviously there's no battle caravan or anything, you just got the Brando map behind you, but you can buy items. Let's get him actually, yeah, I'll get him a cleaver, and you can switch to, there is, yeah, armorer. Let's get him some shorts, a little decency, new bandana, cool, now he's looking a little bit better armed. And of course you can use the forge and all the blueprints and everything. The only thing you can't, there are no, actually I need to turn that off. I'm going to turn off things like torches, all the dungeon stuff and steeds and everything. Actually, probably, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to turn off the tavern because you need the tavern for changing your appearance, but maybe I'll just make it so you can't buy and sell anything at the tavern. Yeah, because there's nothing to buy because it's all single player stuff. All right, thinking aloud in real time. There you go. You're getting behind the scenes of Sword and Sandals dev. Okay, we can exit those shops now. And back to the lobby, where, of course, if we had a look, Rastabor's back in the Akash Steps as well. We could find him again if we wanted, or we could find a bot. Also, you can level up. Oh, yeah, so I won't click level up because that just is, you've seen it before. But one other thing is leaderboards. So now we can see Rastabor has not lost a fight. Chain Forlorn, according to this, has still not lost a fight. That might be a bug, but we'll look at that. It might need to update the leaderboard data there. And there are a few other gladiators that, of course, Evan made. And you can check by today's rankings, who's fought today, this week, this month, and, of course, overall. And when you have more than, 100, you can go next 100, next 100, next 100. So as those leaderboards start filling up, you'll be able to click those buttons as well. I got to sort of, visually just improve that a little bit as well. But that's pretty much all, good to go, which is awesome. All right. So what do you think of that? I'm pretty excited. And as you can, I hope you can tell I'm excited because this is something that I've been promising you guys since Swords and Sandals 3, since the servers went down there. And that's a long, long time ago. Finally, it returns to the world of Immortals. This is a small nod to the fans, a small thank you. This is not the full-on experience of like a World of Warcraft with guilds and, crazy complicated leaderboards and, full-on anti-cheat technology and everything. This is a simple multiplayer game, component of the game that I hope, you guys enjoy. I'm going to be rolling it out as soon as those little fixes are ready, and hopefully that will be this week. And, I can't wait to see how you guys go and see your battles against each other and discovering new strategies and new techniques and so on. It's going to be fun. I hope it's going to open up the world of Sword and Sandals to more people as well. I want to give a quick shout out to my dear friends at Patreon who've been with me all this time: Dane Simoneau, Daniel Funches, Pookie, Barty, Brandon K, Ilya Gurovich, Pipatch, Noah Gudajan, Stone God, Timmy Boy, X Up Omega, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Hopeless, Eunice. You know, I can pretty much do this by heart because these are the Hardy Bunch. These are the Fellowship of the Ring right here. The numbers haven't changed much. You know, for some reason, Patreon does not resonate with everyone. And I get that. Look, if I ever have a really big hit game and so on, I'm going to kill Patreon. I'm just going to go, you know what? You guys have done more than enough, and I'll free you from your shackles. I really do appreciate you supporting me as I try to make it as an indie game developer. We're not quite there yet, but hopefully we'll get there at some point. So I thank you, and you also thanks you, this guy. If you would like to be a patron, that would make my day. Get out, get. Always so angry, even on this glorious multiplayer day. Always so angry. Also, big shout out to you guys, the YouTube supporters and viewers and so on. Like and subscribe and all that. Do we even need to say that these days? I mean, is it just assumed? I don't know. For some reason, I don't get that many views anymore, but the sub count keeps going up, which is cool. We've got 8,000 something now. My videos are fairly low quality, and I do tend to repeat topics a lot. It's more Sword and Sandals, Immortals, and so on and so on. That's been the way for the last few years, but as we get stuck into the next game, I'm hoping to bring you more things of interest and hopefully make it a more entertaining experience for everyone. And we'll do another Ask Me Anything. If you either do a hiking video, maybe do some Let's Play of other things, and I'll start showing you what I'm working on next, all that kind of stuff. So there'll be good things to come in 2023. But for now, keep a lookout in the next week or so for the multiplayer patch, which will be 0.9.0. And as I said, that will be up for about a week before we throw that into full launch. And there'll be a full-on launch party. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yahoo! Celebrate. And I will be celebrating. I can tell you that. There will be a party. I'll be drinking more than just tea when we get this baby out. When Sword and Sandals Immortals is finally out, because it's been over 2 years now, and I'm well ready for the next big project. All right, my friends. I'm gonna move on with this and see if I can get cracking fixing up that yielding bug today, and then on to the next thing. Have a brilliant day, and I look forward to seeing you in the arena real soon. Bye for now.